There's a reason this message appeared in front of you today. You did not find this video by accident. Messages have a way of reaching people exactly when they are ready to hear them. And if you're hearing these words right now, there may be something important meant specifically for you. This message may have been published hours or even days ago, but now is the moment it was meant to reach you. So listen closely to what comes next. You've been trying to convince yourself that everything is fine, but something in your heart hasn't felt at ease for a while now, has it? Not in a dramatic way, not something you can easily explain, just a quiet, lingering feeling that something in your relationships, in your connection with someone, or even in the way you experience love itself, isn't as clear or as secure as it used to be. You've been carrying this silently. You haven't fully expressed it. Maybe because you don't want to create tension, maybe because you're not even sure what's real and what isn't. Because even you don't fully understand why your emotions have been shifting like this. Pause for a moment. Think about the subtle changes you've been noticing, the way conversations feel different, the way certain words stay with you longer than they should, the way your energy shifts after interactions that used to feel natural. You've been holding this in quietly, trying to stay patient, trying to give the benefit of the doubt, trying to avoid overthinking. But listen carefully, this is not just overthinking. This is your awareness trying to protect your heart. This matters. You're starting to feel things more clearly than before. You're starting to notice what is said and what is left unsaid. You're starting to sense when something feels genuine and when something feels slightly disconnected. And instead of trusting that awareness, you've been trying to explain it away because facing it would mean accepting that something may need to change. You may have told yourself, maybe it's just a phase, maybe things will go back to how they were, maybe you just need to be more understanding. But pause for a moment. What if this isn't something to ignore? What if this feeling is not here to create distance, but to reveal truth? Because this is where things begin to shift. Not in a sudden, dramatic way, but internally first. And this is where Archangel Michael steps in, not to break your connections, but to protect the truth within them. You may not have realized it, but there has been an imbalance forming. Not necessarily obvious, not something that can be easily confronted, but something that has been affecting how safe, how seen, how understood you feel. It could be a lack of honesty, a lack of effort, a lack of alignment that has slowly built over time. And the reason this has been so hard to recognize is because it didn't happen all at once. It happened in small moments, small changes, small shifts that you adjusted to without fully questioning. But now, your awareness is stronger. You can feel the difference between what is real and what is just familiar. And that difference is what has been creating this quiet discomfort inside you. Listen carefully. This is not about blaming anyone. This is about seeing clearly. Because once you see clearly, you can choose differently. As it is written, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4 verse 23. This is not about closing yourself off. This is about protecting what is genuine within you and not allowing it to be affected by what is uncertain around you. Archangel Michael is not removing love from your life. He is removing confusion from it. You have been slowly shown what feels right and what doesn't. You have been gently made aware of where your energy is not being met. You have been guided to feel the difference between connection and attachment. And now, you're at a point where you can no longer ignore it. This is the turning point. This is where love begins to shift, not necessarily in who is around you, but in how you experience it. You are starting to understand that love is not just about presence. It is about consistency. It is not just about words. It is about alignment between words and actions. It is not just about history. It is about how you feel in the present moment. You may notice yourself pulling back slightly, not out of fear, but out of awareness. You may notice yourself observing more, speaking less, feeling more deeply without immediately reacting. And that space, that quiet distance, is not something to be afraid of. It is something that allows clarity to form. As it is written, love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Romans 12, verse 9. Sincerity, that is what your heart is searching for now. Not perfection, not constant reassurance, but something real, something steady, something that does not leave you questioning where you stand. And if something in your life cannot provide that, you are beginning to feel it more clearly than before. That clarity may feel uncomfortable because it challenges what you've been holding on to. But listen carefully. Clarity is not here to take love away from you. It is here to guide you toward the kind of love that does not create confusion. You don't need to rush any decisions. You don't need to confront everything immediately. Sometimes, the most important step is simply allowing yourself to see without denying what you feel. Because once you do that, your next steps will come naturally. You may find yourself setting boundaries where you didn't before. You may find yourself valuing your peace more than maintaining something that feels uncertain. You may find yourself drawn toward connections that feel lighter, more honest, more aligned with who you are becoming. And that shift will change everything. So if you've been feeling this quiet discomfort, this subtle sense that something isn't fully right, understand this. It is not there to confuse you. It is there to guide you. You are not losing love. You're learning to recognize what real love feels like. And that recognition is what will lead you to something more stable, more genuine, more aligned with your heart. If this message feels like it's speaking directly to something you've been feeling but haven't been able to explain, you can acknowledge it in your own quiet way. Even writing 555 as a small confirmation to yourself that you are ready to see love more clearly now. Stay aware, stay grounded, and trust what your heart is beginning to show you, even if it comes in quiet, subtle ways.